Hello YouTube, this is the Dbtgamer Show, episode 195, and today I'm going to review Donkey Kong Country 3, so let's get started. Okay, that's my Nintendo Wii, so let's start this review. Donkey Kong Country 3 is a very good 2D platformer. It's one of my favourites in the Donkey Kong Country series. Let's begin this review with the story for the game. The story for the game is a very simple one. An evil crocodile named Chaos, that's Chaos with a K, yay from Mortal Kombat E's, has kidnapped Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and he's up to Dixie Kong and Kiddy Kong to go rescue them. So it's a standard, some guy's being kidnapped, you go rescue them sort of story. Multiplayer for this game. The multiplayer for this game is pretty good. The game itself can be played corporately in two ways. One, you can take it in turns to do certain parts of levels, or you can compete. Let me just find a level and I'll draw some graphics. The graphics for this game, they're really good, especially for the Super Nintendo. This is some of the best graphics I've ever seen on the Super Nintendo. The 3D looks really nice, and the backgrounds are very bright and colourful. Oh no, the graphics are good. Controls for the game. These are the classic controls, bearing in mind. B button jumps. A button puts your partner on top of you if you have one. And press Y you can throw them like a barrel. Walk up to react them. R button does nothing, L button does nothing, X does nothing. Hold down Y whilst moving makes you run. Press Y on its own. Whilst moving you can do an attack. And if you press the select button, you can change characters. Dixie, she operates pretty much the same way as Kiddy Kong. She has all the exact same moves apart from one. Press jump, then press Y, she can hover. Dixie's my favourite character just because she can hover. Music for this game. The music for this game is really good. There's some really nice tracks in it. A little piece of trivia for you. The Game Boy Advance port of this game has some different music tracks because certain tracks in the game had a few copyright issues. Gameplay for the game. The gameplay for the game is a 2D platform. The game itself is quite long. There's the main story and there's also lots of side quests to do. I myself, I've only done bits of the side quests, but I've never actually done them all. But if you manage to do lots of side quests, you can unlock more levels, and the game can be quite long. Good stuff about this game. The good stuff about this game, the gameplay is really good. And the thing I really like about this game, out of all the different levels, Rareware did an excellent job of having loads and loads of different levels. It's nice to have some variety in a game. Some of my favourite levels will be the swimming levels where you're underwater all the time. They just got some really nice relaxing music and just really nice levels. Throughout the game there are bonus games or mini games. These mini games, if you manage to complete them, you can get a special coin. These special coins can be used to unlock more stuff throughout the game. Most of them I think it's levels. Finish grabbing these bananas. This one's quite tricky because you eat against the clock. Oh, balls. Oh, I failed that one. Now I'm going to talk about the characters. There are two playable characters in the game. There's Kiddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Let me just talk about Kiddy Kong first. Kiddy Kong himself, he's very, very basic. He can move and roll, and that's it really. He doesn't really have any special moves to define him. Whereas Dixie Kong, on the other hand, she can hover, and therefore she's the best character in the game because she can hover, and that makes getting across gaps a lot easier and platforming a lot easier. And that's what you would mostly do in this game because it's a platformer. So my suggestion, play as Dixie most of the time because Kiddy Kong, he's just not that good at jumping. I kind of wish Kiddy Kong had more moves, so like he was a bit more unique, but what you gonna do? Other good stuff about this game. Another great thing about this game are the bosses. So let me just find one and I'll talk about one of the bosses. Okay, let's show up a boss. There are several bosses throughout the game. This is one of my favourite ones because of the way you beat it. it's pretty easy to kill. It's a giant barrel, and all you got to do is feed it bugs and give it burping problems, and it'll belch itself into oblivion. Quite a bizarre way to kill someone, but if that's how you do it, I will happily make this guy have stomachache until he belches himself into oblivion. It doesn't take that long to kill either, it only takes 2 or 3 bugs. The way to get the bugs is to jump on the barrel that the bugs are in, and then jump on the bugs once more, don't jump on twice as you kill the bug, and pick it up with wire and then throw it. Oh, he's hanging on! And he's history! Boom shakalaka! Give him a coin. Another great thing about this game is the world map. The world map is very different from other Donkey Kong Country games I've played. Instead of walking around the map, you access different areas by renting vehicles from a character called Funky Kong. And throughout the game you'll need to rent different vehicles in order to access different areas of the island. These vehicles can range from a motorboat to a hovercraft. It's a nice little extra. It's nice to see Funky Kong back. I quite like him. He's one of my favourite characters in the Donkey Kong series. Throughout the game there's also several items to use. Let me just go to the operator's guide and I'll go through them one by one. The first item I will talk about YouTube is the DK coin. The DK coin is a quest item. If you manage to collect all these things, you get a secret unlockable. I think it's more levels. The bear coins, these can be used to do mini games at Swanky's shop. I'll show them off later. The bonus coins can open bonus stages. The bananas come in 2 types. There's single bananas and banana bunches. Single bananas get you 1 banana, banana bunches get you 10. If you get 100 bananas, you get an extra life, just like in Mario with the coins. Throughout the game, you'll find animal crates. These crates will have animals inside them. I'll talk more about the animals later. Throughout the game, you can find balloons. The balloons are 3 lives. There's also the Kong letters. The Kong letters, these are pretty simple. If you collect all 4 Kong letters in the level, you get an extra life. Although some of them can be quite tricky to get. Most of the time I skip them because sometimes it can end up me getting killed. The birds are there for a special side quest. Throughout the game there's also several barrels. These are kind of like items, but they're not items. Each barrel has a certain ability. The DK barrel gives you another party member if you haven't got one. The continue barrel saves your data up to that point in that level. TNT barrel is pretty powerful. It destroys certain enemies easier. Auto fire barrel, these are a pain in the arse because in the levels where you are in the auto fire levels, the cannons will just shoot you automatically and you don't always know where you're going to end up. Invincibility barrel makes you invincible, which is fucking awesome. Bonus barrel takes you to a bonus stage where you can do a bonus challenge. And animal barrels, you can transform the animals in certain levels and do the entire level as an animal. And the warp barrel, it takes you directly to the end of the level, but they're quite rare. Right, now I'm going to show off one of the animals. Throughout the game, there are several animals to play as. Each animal has its own special abilities, and I'll talk about them briefly here. The animal I'm going to show off in this review is the elephant, which is one of my favourites. The elephant has several abilities. With her trunk, she can suck objects towards her, and like barrels, and that sort of thing. There's other animals in the game as well. There's a spider, which can be used to make several platforms, which is really, really useful, because if you get to a really hard part in the level and you don't feel like doing all that platforming, you can just make platforms and just walk over the top of all that annoying stuff. So I really like the spider. The spider can also shoot webs, but most of the time I'm playing as a spider, I just use it as an excuse to skip parts of levels. The next animal I liked was the swordfish. The swordfish is the only way of attacking in underwater. Because when you play as Dixie Kong and Kitty Kong, you can't attack whilst you're underwater. And if you get the swordfish, you can actually attack like normal because you can stab them with the swordfish's sword. There's also a bird in the game which shoots coconuts, and there's also a bird which helps you fly. Throughout the game, there are several Kongs which you shall meet, which will help you through your quest to save Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. The first Kong I want to talk about is Swanky Kong. Swanky Kong, he has several little mini-games which you can play to earn more lives. Some of them can be quite fun. This one involves throwing balls at targets, and if you manage to beat him, you get more lives. It can be kind of difficult though. The next Kong I want to talk about is Wrinkly Kong. Wrinkly Kong is my favourite Kong out of the Helper Kongs for two reasons. Reason number one, she has the most important job. She saves your game. And reason number two, inside her house there's a little Easter egg. If you look carefully, underneath Wrinkly's feet next to her armchair, there's a Nintendo 64, and if you listen to the music very carefully of the save room, doesn't that sound familiar? Oh yeah, it's from Mario 64. And as you know, I'm a very big fan of of both Mario 64 and Mario 64 DS. So that's Wrinkly Kong for you. Alright, let's just leave her alone to play Mario 64. There's also one more helper character, this bear character, who if you give him certain items, he can complete a certain side quest which will unlock more levels. Right YouTube, I'm going to show off one more level, then I'm going to go to my complaints. Off we go. I'm going to show off a snow level here. The snow levels can be kind of tricky because of all the ice, and you can slip around quite easily and sometimes fall for a few jumps. Throughout the game there are several different types of levels. There's the inverse minecart levels, which are very frustrating, and most of the time that's where you'll be spending most of your lives and a good few hours of this game. Oh boy. I hate the minecart levels. I don't think there's a Donkey Kong Country game which has minecart levels which I actually like. Anyway, enough about the minecart levels, let's do a bonus game. Okay, this one seems pretty simple. All you gotta do is kill everything! Damn! Alright, let's just change character to Kitty Kong. Get the continue barrel. Oh. Barrel didn't work on that, didn't it? Yeah, those enemies are kind of a pain. They have a shield and they're pretty much indestructible. You can kill them, but it's rather tricky. Alright. Yeah, got all the letters. They don't always do that. And there we go. Right, YouTube, since I finished that level, on to my complaints. Okay, my complaints about Donkey Kong Country 3. I haven't really got that many complaints. My only complaint is that at times the game can be really difficult, especially in those minecart levels. Would I recommend Donkey Kong Country 3? Yes, I would. If you're a fan of platforming games, and if you like the Donkey Kong Country series, I definitely recommend this game. It's pretty easy to find these days. It's only 800 Wii points on the Wii Retro Console. My rating for Donkey Kong Country 3 is a 4 out of 5. My next review will be Kirby's Adventure Wii for the Nintendo Wii. Or for you American viewers out there, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. See you guys next time.